Nobody would notice if you just disappeared. You see, I've been watching you for a couple of weeks.
Maybe I'm just on vacation.
Not with the scum you hang out with, no. No, I've watched and I've thought. It's rather an elegant little plan. I even have your escape figured out for you.
Swell. Has it ever occurred to you I might not want to murder you, Stanwyck?
I've got $50,000 says you will.
Hey, how's it going today? It's Gray on Film, and today we are taking a look at Confess Fletch.
Everything a joke to you, Fletch?
Everything, Sam.
This 2022 comedy mystery was directed by Greg Mottola and recast the role of Fletch with John Hamm.
Chris, how old are you?
19.
You're not taking very good care of yourself.
Confess Fletch is an adaptation of Gregory MacDonald's books of the same name, brought into the modern day by screenwriters Greg Mottola and Zev Burrow. The film is alleged sequel to a series that died with 1989's Fletch Lives. Greg Mottola, who directed several comedies like Superbad, Adventureland, and The Day Trippers, brings some updated comedic styling to the character. Though he prefers just Fletch, John Hamm plays this hapless and at times condescending retired investigative reporter of some renown.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I have something I'd like to discuss with you.
What's that?
We can't talk about it here.
Why not?
Because we can.
Are you on a scavenger hunt, or just forget to pay my dinner check? I mean, I'd be happy to pay it.
I want you to come to my house, and then we'll talk.
You got the wrong gal, fella.
I'll give you $1,000 cash.
What?
Ian Fletcher is in Boston trying to solve the case for the missing Picasso. However, like in the first Fletch film, he is conscripted into a parallel murder case when he happens upon a dead woman in his luxury Airbnb. John Hamm is clearly having a great time as Fletch, though he is certainly doing something different from Chevy Chase. I think there's room for both interpretations, but can understand the departure after Fletch Lives. The recent movie also stars Lorenza Izzo, Marcia Gay Harden, Kyle MacLachlan, Roy Wood Jr., and John Slattery.
This stinks. I empathize with your plight, Fletch. However, you threw her out.
She was sleeping with everybody.
You should have proved that in a court of law.
My lawyer was a bum.
I agree.
I think she slept with him, too.
You may be right.
Are you serious?
Each character Fletch must interact with has their own bits, whether it's the Countess, who also calls him Fletch, Roy Wood Jr., who also consistently needs to solve the case even when it's only concerning missing pairs. Confess Fletch is a film I don't often see. It's a high-concept comedy that only has a few recent compadres, films like A Simple Favor, Game Night, and The Pink Panther. These are not films about experts, but anyone thrown into the world of crime. Now, Hamm's Fletch is a little rusty, but more than willing to roll with the punches. Fletch still holds onto his most endearing characteristic, his loathing of status. Fletch does not like people who may perceive themselves as better than others, and while there's no bit as funny as the Underhills in this version, there are some pretty solid laughs.
Just a minute, I'm not finished yet.
Sorry, Mr. Underhill.
Does that look like I'm finished?
I guess not.
Now I'm finished.
Whatever you say, Mr. Underhill.
Excuse me, senor. You are a member of the club?
No, I'm not. I'm with the Underhills.
They are left, senor.
That's all right. They'll be back. He went out for his urinalysis.
Would you like some drinks, senor? While you wait, I will put it on the Underhill's bill.
Yes, very good. I'll have a Bloody Mary and a steak sandwich and a steak sandwich, please.
Very good, senor.
That's what's so endearing about Fletch. These are not films meant to be a laugh a second, but cool, downbeat, and dry. Something that John Hamm has been in the past. Hamm has a surprising amount of comedy credits, having given his looks to Dr. Baird in 30 Rock, his charisma in Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, awkwardness in Curb Your Enthusiasm, and darkness in A Young Doctor's Notebook. Him being a chameleon like Fletch pays off. Hamm's Fletch made me laugh throughout this film, often being the butt of the joke and casting a wicked smile towards those that bespeak too highly of themselves.
Need a drink, senor?
Actually, I would.
Charge it to the Underhill, senor.
Yeah, that's right. Do you have any caviar?
Si, senor. Beluga, but it is $80 a portion.
Well, then I better just take 2 portions of that. How's the lobster thermidor?
I recommend it, senor.
Good, that'll be fine. Bring 2 bottles of Dom Perignon to Cabana 1.
Very good, senor.
And put down $30 for yourself, huh?
Muchas gracias, senor.
Nicest place.
Greg Mottola has certainly done better work as a director, but his voice in comedy is often overlooked. The Day Trippers was a recent watch and has a similar feeling to this film. Though a lower concept than Confess Fletch, Greg Mottola does a great job of mapping characters to the real world. The adaptation of the 70s book is well done. The more modern references to the opioid crisis and New Wealth ring true in an era where a white man making fun of cops can feel trite.
We feel restrained and perhaps even embarrassed to actually reach out and touch an officer of the law. After all, they are people, aren't they? So why not stand up and pat them on the back? Go ahead, reach out. Go ahead, shake hands with any one of the guys you see here, these men in blue. Hug a cop. Yeah, go ahead. I said it. Yeah, that's a wonderful feeling. I am so proud tonight. Fred is a... Oh, say, can you see?
I can see where a person can find Fletch as a grating personality. He is often pompous and wrong, but when he is, it does not go unpunished. There are stakes to this film that the original does not have. Fletch seems happy in his life as a retired newspaperman, so pulling him back into this world has to be for a good reason, and his relationship with Izzo's Angela proves as much. There is one big issue with this film that I cannot help but parrot from a review from the original Fletch covered by Blank Check. People need to laugh more in movies. Fletch is a funny friend that we all have, and we know that Fletch is trying to be funny.
Yeah, it's awful. I mean, the guy had me alone in a cell with a gun on my head and a knife in his hand. He threatened to kill me, Frank.
Jesus, that's a shame. We don't do it much anymore, but well, back in the old days.
You're serious?
Ask anybody.
Can I ask anybody now?
He thinks I made it up.
Unbelievable.
Fletch, I need an article from you by tomorrow.
You believe me, don't you?
And I don't want any of these unsubstantiated charges about dope-dealing cops. Give me something I can print.
Print this.
Me too.
Not enough people laugh at Fletch, and they all kind of stare at him like he's some madman who doesn't belong. This is a trend that I see in tons of other comedy films. Fletch would be so much more likable if people laughed along, and that's what makes Ada Maria's Grizz such an important character in this movie. She doesn't like Fletch, but she understands when he's trying to be funny, and that can help pull the audience along. Confess Fletch may not be a film that you prioritize, but is certainly one that I would recommend. John Hamm is using this role to give a mid-budget comedy some breathing room, and I appreciate that. This will not be one of my favorite films of the year, but like the original Fletch, it will likely get better with every rewatch. And whoever wrote that bit where she says flesh, I totally constant problem in this video. This has been Gray on Film. Wishing you a great time at the movies, and have a great day.
Drop your shorts and bend over, Mr. Babar.
Oh, no, really, we don't need to. We don't want to do that. Say, you know, my kidneys feel a lot better in this position. Maybe it's just that I'm not doing any calisthenics. You know, if I did some sit-ups in the morning or bent over like this, I'd probably feel 100% better. Moon River,